Alright.
It's your boy Coach J Dot with another one. Thinking about starting this new thing called Men's Mental Mondays. So this will be the first video of it. I actually came across this whole story about the Lupoe family. I don't know if it was on Instagram or TikTok, and it kind of threw me for a loop. Some of y'all that know me, y'all know that I've been a barber for 19 years. So every day, I had people sitting in my chair. I had men sitting in my chair as well as women, but mostly men that sitting in my chair. They tell me a lot of things that's going on with their finances, looking for a job, whether they're married, dating, deciding to get a divorce, or just having a bad mental day. So this one really struck to me because it is about Mr. and Mrs. Lupoe. They ended up losing their Kaiser Permanente jobs. And the reason why they lost it is because they lied on an application about daycare or application for daycare, saying that they made less money than they did so they can get a cheaper rate. The job found out there's some other stuff that happened in the job, certain harassments and things of that nature. Even after it, they want to get there, or when they got fired, they were like, okay, just give us our licenses so we can go elsewhere. They wasn't able to get employment anywhere else. And so Mr. Lupoe and Mrs. Lupoe decided that they will unalive themselves. And in the midst of that, well, I'm going to just go ahead and get into the video so y'all can listen, and then y'all can hear my thoughts afterwards.
A distraught man shoots and kills his 5 young children and his wife before taking his own life. And just before the suicide, the man called Eyewitness News and faxed us a letter that explained what he said drove him to this horrific crime. Good evening, I'm Mark Brown.
I'm Michelle Tuzzi. 7 people dead, including 5 young children. A quiet neighborhood left in shock, and police searching for answers. We begin our live team coverage with Eyewitness News reporter Carlos Granda in Wilmington with the latest on the murders and what was inside the letter the man faxed to the Eyewitness newsroom. Carlos?
Well, Michelle, this is definitely a tragic scene here that even veteran police officers say they've never seen anything like it. The man is identified as Irvin Lupoe, and he was distraught after he and his wife were apparently fired from work. This morning, he left behind a note which he faxed to ABC7 explaining why he did this. One by one, the bodies were brought out late this afternoon. An entire family gone, 5 children and their parents. A tearful Janice Hahn spoke about how this has stunned everyone.
Unbelievable sorrow of hearing of 5 children who were murdered right here in this beautiful neighborhood of Wilmington. And as the mayor said, no matter how desperate you are, no matter how frustrated you are, to think that this was the only answer, to take your whole family with you in death is just too much to understand.
Police believe Irvin Lupoe shot his family. They haven't been identified, but they are believed to be his wife, Anna Lupoe, 8-year-old Brittany Lupoe, Jasmine and Gisele Lupoe, 5-year-old twins, and Benjamin and Christian Lupoe, 2-year-old twins. He was calm as he explained what he had done and wanted to fax a letter. We called police and told them what was happening. The man called police as well.
It was a call to communications. At the same time, the watch commander at Harbor received a call from KABC Channel 7. So it was almost simultaneously we got those 2 calls, and within minutes a unit was in front of the location and went inside. But unfortunately it was too late.
In his fax letter, the man sounds distressed. He says both he and his wife were fired from Kaiser Permanente, and he explains his side of the story. So after a horrendous ordeal, my wife felt it better to end our lives, and why leave our children in someone else's hands? At the end, he leaves a handwritten message. "O Lord, my God, is there no hope for a widow's son? We have learned this is an oath by the Freemasons, a grand Masonic hailing sign of distress. Any Mason hearing these words is obligated by oath to help." And officials stress that this is a tragedy that should not have occurred. There is help out there for anyone who needs it. And they were here earlier this afternoon giving out some phone numbers people can use. This you see right there is a suicide hotline. It is 877-727-4727. You can also get more information on our website at abc7.com. There you can also see the full text of this letter, except for certain names that were taken out to protect their privacy. Reporting live from Wilmington this afternoon, I'm Carlos Granda, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Carlos, thank you.
So just right there, y'all heard everything. Definitely tragic. Prayers go out to the family. I don't know why it was trending on TikTok and I think Instagram recently, but it was good that it was, because even though the story is old, as you can see, this is really old. It was on ABC 7, and you can tell how grainy the picture is. This is back in 2009. So I've been talking to a lot of my clients about it, and the thing is that a lot of stuff that stuck out to me is that even him and his wife came up to that decision. I don't want to tap dance around everything, but definitely you have to definitely pick your woman wisely. That's one that sticks out to me in this story, because yeah, they lost their jobs, but if he was surrounded by, that's another thing that sticks out to me in this story, is it seems like he didn't have a group or somebody that he can go to and be like, hey, look, I'm going through this, and somebody be like, you know what, I've been through that. Like a lot of my clients that come to me, or a few of my clients that come to me over the years have told me, look, I lost my job, I did this, I did that. I'm like, look, just still come in, I can cut your hair, it's gonna make you feel different than how you feeling right now. I don't want you looking scruffy and all that other stuff. Like, I'll cut you until you're able to get a job. I'll cut you twice a month, you know? Maybe a little bit more if you have interviews back to back and stuff like that. I'll squeeze you in. Done that for numerous of my clients. They thank me, and then some of them are still with me. Some of them left, traveled, whatever. You know, got other jobs elsewhere. So my thing is, like, for the men, is that you definitely gotta protect your crown. You gotta protect your head. You gotta fix your crown no matter what you go through. I've been through a bankruptcy before. You know, dang near lost everything years ago. Certain situations that I can't talk about right now going through, you know, and it was, you know, my therapist as well as my life coach and my community of barbers that actually helped me out get through this, and even my clients. So I would say, like, in this case, like, he just didn't really have a solid foundation of friends, and then for his wife to just be like, okay, this is the best situation or the best answer, like, we should off ourselves. Like, who knows, God could have had something around the corner or a blessing for them, you know? Like I said, I don't know the whole situation, and I don't want to, you know, get into murky water when it comes to, like, me seeming like I'm not compassionate about the situation, which I am, because I've saved numerous of my clients from committing suicide because of things that they went, even one of them where his wife left him and cleared out the whole, you know, the whole house. He came home to bread, jelly, peanut butter, what else did he say? Milk, and then that was it. Everything cleared out. He came in late one night, and it was telling me about what happened, and I was just like, man, you're gonna be all right. He was like, how do you know? And I was like, because I've been through, you know, a long-term relationship with my oldest son's mother that didn't work out, you know, and it hurt me because of the kids and stuff. And he had a daughter, and he was like, you sure? And I said, I'm sure. I'm doing fine now. You know, and this was back in 20, maybe 15, 14, you know, 10 o'clock at night. And then he ended up telling me a year and a half later, he was like, man, if I didn't come in and get a haircut, like, I would have really unalived myself that night. And he was just like, a year that passed or whatever, and then he told me, he was like, he's doing better, he got a job now. He was like, better job, better paying job. Now he's getting to see his daughter more. All the court appearances and everything went good in his favor. Now his ex-wife was asking for him back. And he was like, I was like, you gonna go back? He was like, no, man. He was like, she broke me down to the lowest. He was just like, I can't. And he was like, I thank God for you for that day that I was able to get a haircut that night, and you was in there late, because it was like probably past 10. And I said, man, it's no problem, man. Just thank God. All glory be to God. So I just would say, like, for the men that's out there, like, just definitely surround yourself with a group. It doesn't even have to be a big group. My group is not that big, you know, of people that can help you when times get rough, or you can call and be like, hey, I'm having a bad mental day, man. Like, let's go out for coffee. Let's talk about it, because, like, the world is, like, breaking me down. And then the second thing is, you know, choose your woman wisely, because even Job in the Bible, you know, his wife told him, curse God and die, because of everything that they were losing. But just like I said, just around the corner, he had blessings. So I would just say, definitely for the men out there, like, I know it could be hard. I had another one of my clients talk to me 2 Sundays ago, not today, but last Sunday, and he was telling me, like, man, it's time. Like, I need to talk to somebody. So I gave him my therapist information and things of that nature. And then who knows what he's going through, because he's one of the ones that are a little bit more secretive and, more private. So I told him, you don't have to tell me what you go through or going through with your wife and kids and, prior military stuff that he's going through. So I don't know if it's PTSD, things of that nature. So all I would say, man, like, just get help. It doesn't make you a punk for, hey, look, this is a little bit too heavy for me to carry. It doesn't make you less of a man than saying, like, look, this is how I feel. Because the more you open up, which I'm very transparent with a lot of my clients, and they love it because they're like, man, I never knew that. I never knew you was going through that or been through that and stuff like that. And I say, look, I feel like my life is a testament for everybody else. So I try to tell as much as I can without divulging all my information. But I have helped a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people get out of that state of being like, yo, or, that mindset, like, I got this, I'm a man, I gotta hold this. Nah, man, you gotta be surrounded. So at the bottom of this, I'm gonna definitely put in, suicide prevention hotline. I'm gonna put in, I know there's a couple apps out there that find therapists for you. And man, I love y'all, man. Fix your crown, king. Everything's gonna be all right. All right, blessings till the next one. Peace.